Hello, my dear Aries. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between May 1st and May 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So I want my dear Aries to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you about the Aquarius meteor shower May 6 till 7 and the full moon in Scorpio triangling Neptune May 10. Jupiter in Libra has been going retrograde since February 7 and revealing all imbalances in your life big time. And Mercury, the planet of communication, has gone retrograde in Taurus since April 11 and is now moving backwards in the star signs up to Capricorn, revealing all lies. Saturn has gone retrograde since April 9, revealing all the lessons being unfinished for you to finish, especially when it comes to things connecting to Sagittarius. How do you really want to live your life? Pluto is moving retrograde in Capricorn since April 22nd, revealing your worst fears that has the ability to rock the foundation in your life. So face them now, those fears, and it will be your birth out of your own prison and into the sun. You need to really put in this extra work and not being fearful. So for you, especially for you Aries, Venus is moving into Aries and squaring Saturn in April 22nd to the 3rd of May or something like that. So it's a lot of going on with the different planets and things in Aries this month. I won't go into all the details, but you can check it out yourself. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Aries, this is your future. And this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the first part of May 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. Okay, so the first card for you is Page of Coins. So Page of Coins is about your inner child, your mission. It's about messages from the divine. It can come through dreams as well. You can be very creative during this time. It has something to do with holding on to this one thing that's very important for you in your life because it's your soul's mission. It's also about becoming more and more true yourself, taking off your masks that has been kind of depersonalized you and made you into one of all the others. So here we have the sun leading this up yourself. This is Page of Coins is how you're being downloaded, how your soul has been downloaded with a mission here on earth. So this is your soul. The sun is the common soul of our solar system, but we also have this soul. So the sun is making all things being seen. It's very bright light. Okay, so you can see the truth here. It's also a little bit trial by fire, that you need to let the sun send you the latest information through your DNA. So it might be a little hard on your bodies. You are going to change on a DNA level, so this will affect you in different ways. You might even feel sick in different kind of ways, and it might be a lot of pain, but it's for a good cause. You are getting the latest updates here. The next card here is Five of Coins. So Five of Coins is about not really loving this self that is you, and this is what the sun is revealing right now, that you have feeling of not really siding with yourself, not agreeing with yourself. The foundation self, your inner child, it's like this one person inside you don't really it's like it's not sufficient enough, it's not good enough, you don't like it, you have taken distance from it, it's something wrong with it. So you feel that it's something wrong with you and that you are unlovable the way you are. So the sun wants to shine through here, but it can't, because you are resisting everything that's you. If you're resisting your own soul's light, you have a problem. So how to solve this is very simple. It's about deciding to set aside the rules that you have lived by. You can have certain rules like you shouldn't cry, you should be strong, or you should work a lot. It can be a lot of things, like demands that's on you, because this is about your body and your little inner child. So it probably wants to more have fun and play and maybe doing this what it came for. It had a mission, and maybe you are wasting your time working too much, or spending too much time watching television, or spending too much time doing something that's kind of making you preoccupied from this what you actually should do, that's more about happiness and being a human being inside your body, loving life, being present here and now. Those, it seems like it's very I feel a very masculine influence here, like you want to be very masculine and very productive in some way, and when your soul wants to come through and make you do other things, that's because we don't really need productive people and career people and new inventions causing more problems. What we need is more wise people, more people kind of not staying at home meditating instead of taking their car to the mall and buying different stuff that they actually don't need. So it's like you are caught between two paradigm systems right now, that you are being torn by this. It's like you're finding yourself and you don't like what you see, so you're trying to distract you with other things because you don't want to be this person, and your soul is this thing, and it wants to come through, and you see it making everything alive, it making everything feel beautiful. So it's kind of this story again with the king that planted a lot of different plants in his beautiful garden, but no one of them was happy. Everyone wanted to be something else, except from one little, like very small flower that was hardly, not very special at all, that really thrived. And the king asked, "What's your secret?" And the secret from this flower was, if my king planted me here, like you have been planted here on earth, I guess it was because you wanted me like this, exactly the way I am. So that's my secret. So this is, of course, an allegory about God sending you down here and wanting you to be this, what you are. You're not supposed to resist yourself. You're supposed to be yourself. You need to take better care of your body as well, because your soul can't come into your body if you don't love it. You need to love every part of it, part with it, listen to it. If it wants to rest. If it doesn't want to do something, maybe it doesn't want to go to work. It can be like this. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should stay at home and be a human being. Mindfulness, meditation, and try to find out why you are really here, and maybe realizing that you're wasting your time with something that you're not supposed to do. So we want to be useful. We want to. It's like if we don't work, we won't get the key to the place where the food is stored. So, and here you have an 8 of Cups. So this is like leaving a lot of things behind and try to face yourself, because the pain is getting too to great. Maybe you feel also that others are not really appreciating this new person that you are, so you want to distance yourself from them to be able to not hear their chatter, so you can hear your own voice. This is Pisces and Moon, so it's feeling your own feelings. Because they are going to guide you. They are also part of the system with your soul here. So to feel your longing and what you want and what's making you happy, and also feel your feeling like what's not making you happy, so you can change course into what makes you happy. So maybe you need to withdraw a little bit from people, not going to work, not going to school, not saying no to the parties, staying at home, just staying in your body, and start to feel your feelings and nurture your system, and listen to the biofeedback that your body is sending. And also listen, maybe it doesn't like the food that you're eating, maybe you need to change this, maybe you have some cravings you need to follow, or it can be a lot of things. And here you have also the Nine of Swords, so you feel very like you're not good enough. It's a lot with this, and shame as well. Shame is a feeling that is very difficult, because if you feel shame, most people doesn't want to feel shame, because when you do, you can't really stay in your ego, because the ego won't be able to handle shame. So try to meet up with this feeling of shame and guilt that you're not good enough. You're trying to restrain your body and make it do stuff that it doesn't want, and you feel ashamed for not being able to accomplish this, and you're trying even harder and it doesn't work because you're starting to get sick, and your body is kind of deteriorating and giving up, and this is all you have because you have been making yourself useful, so you were valuable enough to have a place here in life. I think you're very disappointed on the people around you as well, and you're maybe disappointed on yourself also. But I want you to just stay with this, and with the swords, it's indicate that you need to write things down, like your thoughts that's keeping you up at night. What's the big problem? Who has done you wrong? Who have you been doing wrong? What's the big shame? What's the big problem here? So you can start to see things more clearly, and when you think like this, you of course scare your body as well, because your body can't see the difference between if you are thinking about a person hurting you or a person actually hurting you. So there will be a little merry-go-round here. So you need to also see your feelings and stay with them, and feel where the feeling the most discomfort is feeling in your, where it's stationed in your body, and if it has warm or cold sensation, stabbing, sticking, what is it? Does it have a momentum, a shape, a form, color, taste? Use all your senses. Listen, maybe it has a sound as well. And when you have done this, you will go deeper in your subconscious, so you will be able to ask this feeling some questions like, why are you here? What do you want? What's the truth I'm refusing to see? What is the actual truth? And how do you want to help me? And you can ask deeper and deeper questions, and ask questions from the answer that's being given as well. And you can get some real good stuff out of here, and like put yourself on the right keel again. So your ship will, it's like you're drowning a little bit here. What to do about this? It's not a big deal. It's just your soul wants to take part in your body, and it feels a lot of resistance because you have been more like a doer, like a person being able to do a lot of stuff and be very effective and well organized, and your soul is about something else. It's more like how people should be able to fit into the ecosystem like animals do. It's more like natural. It's finding your natural, like what you were supposed to do, like really natural, what comes natural for you. An animal can sleep like 14 hours a day, and it does what just comes up to them. Humans are calculating, thinking what they need to do, and they are getting like a certain stress level, and feeling like they are not worth anything if they haven't accomplished this list of to-do things. And so it's no... I understand that this is painful, but it's just your soul that wants to step down in your body. So you need to kind of clean out your temple, your beautiful temple that's your body, and make it a place for your soul, the wisdom to come down. And when the wisdom comes down, you won't be able to run around and do a lot of unnecessary stuff anymore. So you will change, or kind of like... die trying to resist this. I'm not meaning dying, actually. I'm meaning that you will, if you resist this energy that wants to come, it will be like more and more pain, building up more and more resistance, because what you resist persists, and what you can feel and see, you can heal. So you need to become more here and now, and see what's actually going on in your life. You have decided upon something that's probably not especially healthy for you. Maybe, well, I can do alone. I don't have any needs. My body has no needs. My soul has no needs. I can go on for miles without people. That could be one. Another one can be, I don't have any emotions. I'm a working machine. I don't feel my emotions. I can turn them off whenever I want. And I don't feel shame. I just do whatever I want. And so it's a lot of things going on here that's making you feel like this. And it's just a lot of resistance to what actually is there, the real truth. I will see here if I can tell you a little bit what's actually going on in Aries, because it's a lot of things. Venus is moving into Aries and squaring Saturn in retrograde, April 22nd to the 2nd of May, actually. And Uranus and Mercury is in Aries since mid-April. And there they are triangling Saturn in Sagittarius. So it's about, what do you want to do? Is this really it? Like what your soul wants to do? And also Mercury goes on until don't matter that. I can't even read my own writing. So we have Uranus anyway, kind of the hangman, triangling Saturn until July 16. So that will be for a long time. But just this with Uranus and Mercury is going on to from in Aries since mid-April. So it's a little bit changing a little bit. But there's this long-term thing with Uranus and Saturn is going on for a really long time. So it's going to be really hard on you. And also Venus is triangling Moon May 1st. Mercury is squaring Pluto May 2 to 4, and there's a lot of action with Venus and the Moon also. So you will be like bombarded with a lot of things that need to be revealed. So and this is in the past. So it's probably in April when all the kind of the shit hit the fan. So for some of you watching in April, this will happen for you now. Sleepless nights, a problem with your health, feeling very tired, feeling lonely, feeling lost, feeling no useful, things like this. So and this is in the now. So we see here it's definitely about your inner child. So here you have a Page of Coins, Page of Cups. You can also have children on the outside mirroring this. Maybe you think that they are lazy or not doing their work, or this is about finding like that you are worth living just by breathing, just by being here, holding the grid of Earth. You are a beautiful soul, Aries, and we can see this with monks. Sometimes they calculate when to die, so it won't really disturb the grid of Earth so much. So this is how much how valuable you are, and you need to know that just by being here, you are valuable. You're holding like your part of the web of creation. So you don't really have to be doing so much, but you need to find out why you are here, because you have a special reason, and it's very close to what's making you happy. So more search for happiness than for being effective and well organized. Sometimes we don't like our inner children because they have a lot of needs, and when we have needs, we get like attached and needy towards other people. And if we can be like a man, an island, don't need anyone, we feel powerful and strong. And this is not what you are working on currently. It's the other way around. Here you have the sun's rays as well, the 8 of Wands. Coming from the sun here, it's Sagittarius energy, so this is your soul really wants to change your life here now. The direction is going to be changed. You need to do something else. You are not supposed to resist this anymore. It's not going to be possible. This is very fiery, so don't self-combust. Try to, this is very beautiful, straightforward, very good communicative energy. But when you feel a lot of pain like this, it can come out like distorted. So try to be a little diplomatic. Your inner child might have like sudden needs. You haven't been listened to them since they were 3 or 6 or something. So they won't be so mature. So when those inner children have something to say, use diplomacy. Okay, say, I feel betrayed. I feel like you don't take me for... you don't respect me. Okay, I feel like you are taking me for granted. You can say this, like what you feel. Take responsibility. But this is really strong here. This is about your actual blueprint. It's the mission. So that's why all these things are happening, because you have been going on. You had free time, we can say. You could spend it however you wanted. You could work like 80 hours a week if you wanted. You can party. You could, do whatever you wanted for a long period in your life. But now that's not an option anymore. And also like doing things to avoid feeling things. Whenever you get a discomfort, you might pick up the mobile phone or put on the TV or take a cigarette or drink. So stay with that feeling instead, just for a few seconds. You don't, if you feel like vomiting or pulling your hair out, you can run and take that cigarette or put on the TV or go to Facebook. But try for a little while to just stay in that discomfort and feel what it's about, because it's something wants to come down here and it wants to clean out everything that's in its way, and what you can feel, you can heal. So if you can just feel it for a small time, just extend it, a few seconds, a few minutes, like I won't take that piece of chocolate, I won't call my friends, I will just sit here and just feel on this feeling, just for a little while, and then you do it. You take that drink or you do whatever you need to. But then you take this pause every time before you go into that need, that it's kind of an addiction. And you take the few seconds every time. And eventually you will learn that those feelings and frequencies and vibration, they are just feelings, frequencies and vibration. It's maybe just a pressure on your chest or a tingling in your throat or your stomach turning a little bit like this, or a feeling anyway, a vibration. It's just how you're vibrating. And you don't like this vibration, but it's a very high vibration that wants to come through now. So your body needs to heighten in frequency to be able to let this soul thing come through here. So take small amounts of time, and this is a triangle symbol. Let the soul come down in your body. A small amount of time, now and then do the thing that you have done all the time for avoiding your soul. But do this small amount of time and then extend the time a little bit. And maybe one day you will decide that you don't need that drink. And you can be in your human being and feel all the... And you have heightened your frequencies so much that it's like a rejoice, just lying in the grass and breathing. You will feel happy because your body has become the temple of your soul. So you have become something more than you were before. And for a love relationship, I feel that you feel very unappreciated, that it's like you need to change yourself in order to be loved. Yes, you have the Three of Swords here, so it's a really old pain. It's how someone has hurt you, like it's the original wound maybe, or a wound that you obtained maybe when you were a child and you weren't good enough. You needed to freeze down your feelings maybe and not have those needs. If a baby cries and no one picks it up, eventually it will stop crying and become like putting on the ice machine. Okay, so no one listens. We saw this as a society during the Second World War. There was a lot of children being orphaned over the world, but in Britain they started orphan homes for those children, and they took care of their every need, like with food and medicine and comfortable beds and everything. But no one had time to connect with those children, so they died. A lot of children just died without no apparent reason, or they got really sick, or their immune system just broke down because no one loved them, no one were there for them. There was no use for them of being alive. So this is kind of the thing. We are supposed to have our needs met. We are not supposed to live in isolation. This card is called Isolation in the beautiful deck of Osho Tarot. It's how we have been deep frozen. And the tears is like a beautiful start to melt that ice and start feeling your feelings again, and being able to find your soul again, reconnect to who you really are, and not who you were domesticated into being or socialized into being, but actually who you really are. So tears are also remembering. So sometimes it can be very good to cry and to release a lot of memories. It's also very good healing. And when you are really sad like this, write this down, like how you feel. Keep a journal of this. It's important information. You will need it for later when you are going to do this healing work with you. So here we have a Four of Wands. So if you're fearful that someone will leave a relationship, it seems like this won't really happen. It seems very stable. It's still a dream. You see that our world that we have created, yet it seems so stable. It's only an illusion. It's just your perception of it. Your soul has dreamt something forward, and here it is. And but it's something like stable. Nothing is stable. We are just here for a short while, being in these bodies, and then we are going to leave. So we are just doing this for a while. But if you are afraid of losing someone, it seems like you won't lose them. You will actually find self-love here and start to like yourself and create beautiful things for yourself instead of those not accepting yourself, almost hating yourself or being ashamed of yourself. You are going to stop with that and just start to like everything about you. And that's also work, and you need to do it. Every time you think, well, I'm stupid, you say, no, I'm not. I'm really smart, actually. And you just start to align with yourself and get rid of the little schizophrenia that you might have here, when you have two different people in your body. One is saying, well, I was trying to do the best I could. And the other one say, well, you could have done better. See what happened. Or one part of you is saying, well, I want to say this to her. And the other part is saying, well, if you do, she will leave you. So it's the split between your I and your am. So your I is your soul, your am is the one that's causing a lot of trouble sometimes. So the I is the watcher. It's the watcher of those thoughts. It's the one that creates. It's the watcher of these feelings. It's the watcher of the body's pain. So that's you, the one that watches. Everything else is, it's like tools. You have a tool, you can think, you have a tool, you can feel your feelings, you have a tool, you have a body, but they are not you, they are just tools, but they are worth listening to, and they are giving you a lot of information. So write that information down. Then you have really given them the attention that they need, because feelings, for example, they can be very intense, and that's because they want your attention. They are like a siren going off to warn you about something. And if you are really frightened about the siren, you won't never get the warning. And you will keep on moving maybe and hurting yourself, maybe getting problems with your back or your legs, or with muscles or digestion system or something, because you don't listen. You eat something and then you get stomach ache, but you never make the connection that this what you eat are causing your health problem, because you are not awake and you are not aware, but you're going to be. So self-love, self-alignments, building a new foundation that's more true and more real, and it's because you have been forced to take a little time for yourself here, and it seems to maybe continue a little bit, even though the thing is going to stay, like your relationship or this what you are worrying that you will lose. It will still be there, but there's still choices to be made. So it's like you're hanging on the fence a little bit. So it will be there for now, but I can't say that it will be there forever, because with the Two of Wands, it's like two people not speaking to each other, turning their back towards one another. Here's the key. So there's a solution to this, but you need to make a choice. And this is also self-control, being able to maybe start, sometimes if you have very excessive thoughts, for example, you can start controlling them. And how do you do that? You do that by staying in your body, maybe staying with your breathing, listen to your heart. Feeling maybe pain in your body can be a good way also. It's a big distraction from your thoughts. So it's a good time to practice on not thinking so much, because thinking is good. If you have excessive thoughts, write it down, and then you don't have to think excessively about it anymore. If it wants to keep on, it's just an addiction. You are being addicted to thinking, and then you need to use a little self-control to stop. Whenever you find yourself like thinking, you go back and you feel the body, or you use this self-control to get yourself aware and get back in the saddle and just, okay, I'm going to be here and now. And then you will be awake for a little while, and then you will fall asleep again and thinking, and then you will wake up and you will take some self-control, put you back in the saddle, being here and now. And you will be here now for a little while, being able to hear like the planes buzzing in the sky, or the wind blowing, or feel your feelings, maybe inviting your soul a little bit in your body. And then you will be gone again, thinking, and you will do it again. So it needs a lot of self-control here, strength to be able to do this. It's work, it's practice. So it will be worth it, because after that you won't be able to have those excessive thinking. When you think something, you will think about maybe the tax. You need to pay the tax. Okay, so you will write it down on your to-do list. I will pay the tax tomorrow. And you maybe have an alarm on that phone that says pay the tax. So you won't have to think about it through the whole night just because you didn't pay the tax today. You can leave it and use self-control to be able to, yes, I do it tomorrow. Okay, fine. I feel my heartbeat, listen to my breath, feeling my breath also in and out in my body, and just staying here and now, away with the taxes. So it's a lot of work that needs to be done, but it's very promising. It's like a big clean out of your house. It's going to make you into a very like a wise kind of Buddha person. Yes, here we have the King of Coins. So this is your father figure. It's the one that's going to make a safe haven for those children. So with self-control, being able to not think, stay in your body, creating your own inner paradise, creating boundaries also. How do you want to be treated? Also creating boundaries for your own kind of demands on yourself. No, I won't have those. They are only like voices from my parents, and they are gone, like for ages gone. For some of you it will be like this. You'll still have the voice of someone that's not even on earth anymore in your head telling you what to do. And here you are becoming like a loving father for your children, your inner children. This one with a mission and this one with a heart. This one feels the vibration of the surrounding. It's water. So it's like you being a very empathic antenna, and therefore you need someone responsible to hold you when you are sad, when you are downloading information from the divine. So you need this father figure to take responsibility and hold the family. So this might be archetypes within you. It probably will mirror also on the outside of you. Someone of you maybe wants a husband or a wife. You want something more steady, something more long-lasting. The King of Coins can also be the boss at work or an authority figure. And this can mirror also how you take care of yourself. If you always have problems with authority, you probably have problems with your own inner authority. If you have problems, the police always stopping you, then you can be sure that you have a voice in your head always stopping you, always saying that this you did wrong and you should do better and So see what people are doing towards you. This is probably what you are doing towards yourself as well. Create a more beautiful authority figure that actually listens. This one says, well, I came here, I have a mission, I will paint beautiful paintings. And the father says, okay, I will support you if this is what you want to do, and this is what you are born to do, I will assist you. And this one is saying, well, I feel that this family needs to talk about this issue, but because it's bugging me, I'm feeling all the time, I'm getting nauseated every time I get close to you, mom and dad, and so I think there's some trouble between you and we all need to talk. And the father figure say, yes, okay, we'll fix this, we will sort out that problem. You are the antenna in the family, you know what's happening underneath the surface of things, so I listen to you. So this is how you need to start treating yourself, with respect, or especially to those who are small, because they come with the latest download. The grown-ups are only here to see to that there's a next generation, you know, and 7 more generations. You're supposed to take responsibility for life to come. It's not so much about you anymore. It's about those children and your inner children, because they are untainted. They aren't domesticated, so they have more of your soul's knowing. They were more pure when they came. They were pure, and they were then domesticated and socialized and changed, and now you need to change yourself back. And inviting your soul. So here we have Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is Gemini. This King of Coins is of course Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. Knight of Swords, Gemini usually. Can also be Libra or Aquarius, and those can be any kind of persons. This one is building like a family, a castle that's safe and that has water and food everywhere. It's like this permaculture garden, and it's a very safe place. It's sunny and it's well taken care of, and everyone's needs are being met. The Knight of Swords is it's a hasty moving energy. It's really hasty. It's and it's very quick in mind. So it's something coming really quick here with you. The Sun and Gemini, and this is Sagittarius as well. So this is like, it's speedy. It's like warp speed. Something coming in with warp speed, and it's 2 birds of prey. He has wings coming out of his ears. Be careful, because Knight of Swords can sometimes, it's very smart, thinking a lot, much like the 9 of Swords here. Thinking, and jumping into conclusion and thinking like, okay, this is the truth. This person doesn't love me, or this I can't be at this work anymore, and I'm going to end everything, and I'm going to do this and this and this. So listen to this, write it down, don't act upon it immediately, because this is a little bit too hasty energy. It's very good because it's going to kind of enlighten you. It's like a freaking lightning coming down here and just maybe a volcano as well. Watch your dream symbols. They can tell you a lot about what this is coming in really hasty. So this is you maybe just deciding, okay, so I will go with this. I will, from now on, I will trust myself. But it might be that you are going to want to do some kind of aggression as well, because you have felt so much pain here. But don't do it. Just write it down. You're going to do well-grounded decision from now on, being emotionally mature, not rushing about setting fire to the world. It's very good cards, but it can be used, misused, okay? The next card is Ace of Wands. This is good. It's beautiful, but you have the strongest energy cards here in the deck. The Sun, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands is very strong. A lot of Wands here as well. But you're Aries, so you are probably used to this. But this is your willpower. It's a volcano here, volcanic eruption, earthquakes. This is 2 dragons, 2 birds. It's your I and your I am. You need to find out who it is you're listening to. Are you listening to your ego or your soul? So which dragon are you feeding? Which wolf? Which eagle? So that one which you feed is the one that's going to kind of make your destiny. So it's very important. It's like you're choosing here because you have 2 and 1. So it's going down to, it's counting down to something. Maybe a lift off with a rocket. But the King of Coins is steady here. The Knight of Swords, not so much. The Ace of Wands is a very good card. It's talking about you finding out. It's like you having a magnifying glass, finding out what your soul wants. But it might come really hasty. So you just decide that I'm going to take a divorce, leave my job, move to another country. So it's a bit hasty. We take the next card. Here's Justice. So yes, you are going to bring justice to yourself. You're going to start loving yourself, and you have found this in the inner of you, that there's no other way. You just need to go with what's you. This is Libra. And here we have Pisces. So it's like you decide that your emotions matters, what you want matters, what your body says matters. There's no outside authority judging you anymore. And you want justice, you want balance. No one is going to give you justice apart from yourself. As long as you are unjust to you, people around you will be unjust to you. As long as you scream at yourself, people around you will scream at you. So you will stop and they will stop. This justice can sometimes be divorce. So for some of you, there will be a hasty decision from being someone's husband and wife, having a home together with children maybe, and just coming with this. Your soul wants to come down, and you're not used to this energy, so you just kind of self-combust here and decide, well, I'm going to have a divorce, I'm going to quit everything, I'm going to move away. This is like a pause from the relationship, but the relationship was still there, but here comes a divorce, or someone splitting, but you don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to. It's just your soul wants justice for this pain that has been caused to you. Probably not by this person or your boss or whatever. Probably by you, because someone hurt you once, and then you continue hurt yourself in the same way over and over and over and over again. So the only one that needs to stop is you. You don't need to get rid of the people in your surrounding. You just need to get rid of the voice in your head that's not loving and supporting. And then everything around you will change like magic. So the last card here is 5 of Cups. So it kind of shows what will happen if you just rush into things, just take hasty decision and just, you know, get rid of all the people, putting them on like big display and having your shotgun. It's kind of, I'm joking, of course, but it seems like you're going to end a lot of relationship, and you are going to feel like it's justice, but it's actually not. It's just going to make you feel very alone and miserable, and like you have lost something important. So love yourself, and love others. Be optimistic for them too. See that they also have the ability to change. When you are changing, they are going to change. Love other people and love yourself. Don't do anything hasty. Stay in this human being instead of this doing thing, jumping into hasty movement and doing things that you might ever be able to take back. This is 11 and 2, so it's though are connected. 1 + 1 is 2. So it's like you want to be strong. It's like you are trying to retrain, because you are starting to feel your body and you're starting to feel your feelings. You want to keep control somewhere because you want to have control. You're the head, you're Aries. So now you're taking control over other people. The only thing you can control over is maybe like destroying something and saying to someone that you don't need them anymore. And that's kind of, you are doing the same thing that you have been doing to yourself for years. And you're just putting it like outwardly and doing this towards someone else. So this is not a time to take divorces or take big decisions. Mars and Venus have been moving rather long way away from each other and won't come together again until June. So try to prevail until then. Don't take any hasty decisions, because now is just a time when you are going to go deeper into yourself. It doesn't mean that you are going to want to be alone for the rest of your life. It just means that you need to find yourself, what you want, your boundaries, what you like, what you dislike, and start communicating this in a very patient way to your surrounding. So for some of you, being in real abusive relationship, of course, there's time for getting away from that. Or if you have like being bullied at work or something else that's really terrible, but if there's a possibility, if it's a possibility, if there's violence, just leave the situation. But if there's no violence, I think you can save the situation by changing yourself. And when you stop judging yourself, your bullies will stop judging you. When you stop shouting at yourself, your counterpart, your life partner will stop shouting at you. Okay, so I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Also, I think Gemini had a similar outcome, but the 5 of coins were here instead, so it was something similar going on there. So you might check out, maybe you have your moon, sun, rising, Venus in Gemini. Spirit Whisperer. And so Spirit Whisperer is about divine guidance, high knowing. So they're going to give you information, but they're not going to give you information so you can just, run along and do it instantly, but just be wise. This is being in water, so you can be a bit over emotional, especially if you're not used to having emotions. You might want to, just act upon them so you will get rid of them. But this won't, of course, happen. So just stay with the feelings. They are just like music, vibrating through your body, even the worst pain. So it's not actually dangerous. It's just a warning system. And you have the Dragon's Duel, so it's much what we saw here with the Gemini thing going on. Inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. So don't self-combust, don't explode like a volcano, but take yourself seriously. Start to communicate what you are feeling instead. I feel like this, I want this, I want our relationship to change in this direction. This is where I want to go. And start to get rid of the split here. Start to focus more in your soul than in this conflict between your I and your am. So whenever you feel like, well, I should have been doing like that instead. Well, I didn't. So I took this decision. Now we are living with the consequences. And so that's it. Don't tell those stories for yourself and give yourself guilt over and over again. it's impossible for you to make a decision when you are having this quarrel inside. So write it down, all the pros and cons. So past life oracle card to see a little bit about the background to this sorrow here. You have the Three of Swords really central, with the Five of Coins also above. It's Egypt here, so it's about something, some higher knowing. It's about your soul again. I said the triangle. It's about something that you might have been unable to, biblical, so it goes back to ancient time. It goes back to the time of Taurus and Aries. Egypt was in the time of Taurus, and this time the Old Testament is in the time of Aries, so it might be something going back to that time. You lived in that those times, and something happened, so it's very ancient. And it's the Egypt is about spiritual knowledge, initiation, being able to take down your soul in your body. So it's actually what you're doing here. And the biblical, it's about being this human doing, working in your sweat, and, you know, not being good enough. So this is what you have been taking with you. Knighthood. Okay, so maybe you have been a soldier also for many, many lifetimes, and those are not supposed to cry. So this can be very, very problematic for you if you have been like a soldier or an authority figure for a long, long time. You might have really problematic. It will be hard to. This will be really deep freezed. It will have been frozen for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So it's going, take baby steps. Get to know this with those emotions. Don't if you have been like disconnected with them, invite them like step by step, and just stay with them a little while, and then you can do whatever you do to not feel them, and then stay with them a little while, and then do this other thing that you are doing to distract yourself. So take it in portions, so you won't be able to, you won't have to burn the world here just because you're feeling something. But this is very good cards. It's like showing that you have a lot of experience, a lot of capacity to go through this. You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of strength as well. So take this as a work to stop thinking, start feeling your feelings, not being afraid of them, facing your fears, facing what you really want, figuring out who you are for real, not what you want to be, but what you actually are. So take this as a job. You can be very well organized with this. Okay, my dear Aries, I hope this helped, and I'm very grateful for all of you watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting to my videos. I want you to take really, really good care. It seemed to be a very emotional time for you, so hold your horses. Be out in nature, stay in the body, don't do anything hasty, and I will see you again, I hope, in the middle of May. Okay, bye-bye.